Hey, what's up? This is Mercedes from Kittie, and this is Lesson Alley. We're not really big writers on the road, but like we'll jam it. If we have an extra minute and sound check, we'll jam or whatever. So kind of that's where I feel you started to kind of take shape. But it didn't really, we didn't really start writing songs until January of 2011. So we wrote in January 2011 until right up to when we recorded, which was in April. We ended up going to the studio with Siegfried Meyer, who did our last record, and engineered on Oracle. And it was, as usual, like he's a really good friend of ours, so like it was a great experience. We had a really, really good time recording, and it was really super easy and painless for the most part. Like I did my drum tracks in like less than 2 days. It was a little strange for us this time around because this is the first time we haven't road tested songs. Usually we take a couple songs out on the road with us and play them before we record them. This was not the case whatsoever on this recording. We just did not have any time. We got home from tour, took a couple months off to like have a few deep breaths, and then got right back into it and didn't tour before we kind of recorded the album, which was definitely different for us. It's always easy recording with Siegfried. He does such an amazing job and like literally just like busts his ass to make everything that you want the album to sound like possible, basically. Everything's always completely finished before we go into the studio, like all the music. So it's like basically a case of me sticking my headphones on and playing the track, and then I'm done. You know what I mean? It's definitely very cut and dry. Just like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do, and I'm done. I'm doing it, kind of thing. Because we've been jamming on the songs for like 3 months, 2 months, whatever, however long. I Failed You comes out August 30th on E1, and I think there's definitely something there for everyone on this record. I think I Failed You is just kind of the next step in the evolution of Kittie.
Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome to Lesson Alley. Girl Mercedes from Kittie. We're going to talk a little gear, if you will. Sure. I know you just got done in the studio. What's the difference between your recording setup, your studio setup, practice? I mean, how do you work all that?
Practice, I use a very old rickety drum kit, like one that I took out like on tour like 12 years ago. And it's basically because who cares what you sound like during practice. Recording, on the other hand, Yamaha gave me this really sweet beechwood kit. And beechwood's a very rare wood, like not a whole lot of drums. Actually, Yamaha doesn't even make drums in beechwood anymore. I toured on that kit forever, like for a good 4 years. And I retired it after I got my first hot pink drum kit. And I really have yet to find like a match in sound. That the beechwood for some reason just sounds so rich, and so that's the drum kit that I record on in live. It's all basically the same setup because I really am kind of a creature of habit. But live I use my Maples. They're also Yamahas, and a really nice custom kit that they built for me. I'm all Yamaha gear. So, Evans drum heads, head sticks, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
Pedals, hardware?
Yeah, pedals and hardware are also Yamaha. So.
Alright, so you got all your gear situated. Are you a person, when you hear about new stuff, you like to check it out, or because you are a creature of habit, you're like, no, it's got to be road tested
A
first?
lot of times I try and, especially with the technology aspect of things, I really don't like technology. I really don't like messing with drums are acoustic. They're an acoustic instrument. You hit them, they make a sound. The closest thing I get to like electronics is when you plug the mic in. Literally, like I'm not a big fan of technology when it comes to drums. But on the other hand, I mean, it's just one of those things. You know what I mean? It's not personally for me. Plus, like nothing can beat a good sound guy and a good drum kit. So.
I agree. I've seen you guys plenty of times. You have a really consistent sound. You're very solid with your approach. Are you regimented? Are you disciplined with your rehearsing in your practice, or is it just, you know, work on it when you have to?
I mean, we jam so much that we do play a whole. We play a whole lot. Like we practice a whole lot. But I'm kind of, you know, like I'm not used to playing by myself. I never have, and I probably never will sit down on a drum kit and just play. Because I was so used to, when I was younger, having my sister jam with me all the time. So I think that's maybe part of the consistency, because I'm used to playing with someone else, which is kind of like playing to a metronome almost. It kind of keeps you in the pocket, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, no, sometimes I'll take a couple months off of playing, just like, because I get home from tour and I want to pull my braids out, and then I'm done, you know, and I'm done for like a month or two, and then I'll go back and I'll pick them back up, and it's just like, oh, okay, now I remember
This is why I do
yeah,
it.
exactly.
All right, so once you get that breather in you and you come back to it, you got to kick the rust off.
Yeah.
How hard is it for you to copy your old stuff? Do you have to really break it out and break it down, or does it come back right away?
Usually comes right back. I mean, like, we have songs that we haven't played in 12 years. Of course, I'm not going to remember them. I mean, I probably could if I really tried, but I don't really want to. You know what I mean? We have so many more new, exciting songs that are... But, I mean, for the most part, like, we didn't play a live show before this tour for an entire year.